Einen wunderschönen guten Abend und herzlich willkommen zurück beim Stream und damit auch heute noch einmal Horizon Zero Dawn. Letztes Mal haben wir uns viel von Nebenquests und allen ablenken lassen und keine Ahnung, wenig Mainquest gemacht, aber das ist in dem Game nicht einmal tragisch, weil die Sidequests bisher eigentlich großteils auch wirklich sehr interessant waren und in keinster Weise irgendwie banale Fetch-Quests. Von dem her hat sich das schon ausgezahlt. So, für heute schauen wir mal. Als erstes werde ich mir gleich da das Vantage holen, weil ich mag Vantages. Das ist zwar jetzt auch nicht unbedingt Main-Quest-mäßig, aber hey, es wird schon. Und nachdem wir dann wahrscheinlich direkt da bei dem Settlement sein, schauen wir wahrscheinlich noch eine, aber eins nach dem anderen. Erst einmal zu dem Vantage. Also Richtung Westen. Okay, Richwood habe ich. Ich habe keine Ahnung mehr, wie mein Ressourcenstatus war. Aber im Zweifel kann man es sonst immer noch wegwerfen, verkaufen und sonstiges. Platz im Inventar habe ich normalerweise. Ein Bellowbag.
I'll find a use for you.
So. Das Lagerfeuer, da werden wir auch gleich noch aktivieren. Das sollte erledigt sein, nachdem es auf der Map grün ist. Wäre ja schade drum, falls wir es später noch einmal brauchen. Was macht das so ein Wirbel? Stalkers und eine Longlegs. Bin eigentlich gerade nicht so scharf auf Stalker.
Easy, easy.
Bei den Stalker ist immer die Frage, wie weit roamen die? Auf jeden Fall mal da bis zum Fluss her. Letztes Mal in der Höhle, wo wir zum Schluss waren, waren noch so viele Stalker. Muss ich jetzt nicht direkt wieder anhaben, wenn ich ehrlich bin. Aber ich glaube, es passt. Ah. Da oben ist mein Vantage. Warum laufen da Leute? Holy hell.
Must be Sunstone Rock. It's being attacked by machines.
Okay, da müssen wir zuerst einmal mitspielen.
Want to tell Warden Janago we back down? Well, let's take our chances.
Let's get on with it.
Mal schauen, ob wir vielleicht was wegsplittern können. Oh, hello boy. Sehr schön, das hat er gespielt. Was, den könnt ihr overriden? Hello boy. Und da war ein zweiter. Also schnappen wir uns einmal den da. Und dann schauen wir, dass wir den anderen bekämpfen können. Ich glaube, wir werden den auch zuerst einmal mit den Pfeilen bearbeiten. Jo. Jawohl, reiß ihn nieder.
For later.
Okay. Behemoth. Hallo Joe, einen schönen guten Abend. Eigentlich will ich den jetzt aber schon auch noch weghaben. Den habe ich übernommen gehabt. Was ist der laut? Hä? Ja, also den habe ich gehackt, oder wie man das in dem Game auch immer nennt. Aber ich habe mir dann gedacht, für Loot war doch nicht haben.
To defy the Karja is to defy the sun itself.
I'm not here.
Ich habe mir übrigens noch gar nicht überlegt, warum da Tan noch eine Session ausfällt. So direkt hintereinander. Aber irgendwas wird sich wohl spontan ergeben, denke ich.
Can breathe again.
Fünf, sechs passt aber. Okay. Okay, so, dann wollte ich da vorne das Vantage haben. Das haben wir da? Talk to the Warden. Ja, jetzt sind wir schon da, gell? Sollten wir das vielleicht noch machen.
It was a machine lure. We don't know how they got it.
Rosgren concealed the parts on his person, no doubt.
We searched him. How?
You don't want to know how.
Well, I imagine when I was a boy, but it's decent work keeping the city safe.
Ein Händler. Hallo. Von wo haben die ganzen Boxen? Wir könnten außerdem Arrowbreaker Heavy kaufen und die wird sagen, wenn wir es kennen, werden wir es auch tun. Weil vielleicht brauchen wir es irgendwann. Bis auch wir es brauchen, wie man so schön sagt. Okay, ich glaube, ich kann ein bisschen play. Ich bin gestern, dass unsere Arbeits-PCs immer auf ca. 85% Arbeitsspeicher haben, sind halt doch schon 5 Jahre alt. Aber ist es auch ein spürbarer Impact oder laufen sie einfach nur hoch? Ich glaube, Watcher Lenses können wir weg tun, Strider Lenses tun wir einmal weg. Und ich habe theoretisch noch so viel Inventarslot, aber es ist halt trotzdem ein Waste, diese Unsummen da mitzuschleppen. Tun wir davon auch noch eins weg. Eigentlich ist egal, wir können die ganzen Sachen da. Holen wir uns. Lassen wir die Hearts da. Tun wir die Lenses weg. Passt. Mir kommt vor, dass mein Programm ein Problem mit haben, also viel kein Lag oder so, trotzdem. Ich glaube, noch ein Arbeitsspeicher dazu und dann geht das noch 2 Jahre. Wenn du noch Slots frei hast und den entsprechenden Arbeitsspeicher kriegst. Es ist ja teilweise, musst du dann schon suchen, wenn du irgendwie einen älteren RAM brauchst. Also wenn du DDR3 RAM brauchst, das kriegst du dann ja mal eben so rumliegen. Braucht ja heutzutage keiner mehr. So, und da tun wir alles, was grün ist, wieder weg. So, es kauft uns ein bisschen Zeit. Und wahrscheinlich sollte ich einfach einmal ein paar Sachen wieder mit Crafting schnell wo rein tun. Wie ist mein Speer? Speer? Speer habe ich nicht da, aber wie upgrade ich dann meinen Speer? Rüstung vielleicht? Hä? I'm confused. Müsst ihr einen besseren Speer kaufen? Gibt es einen besseren Speer? Nö. Ich hab plus Spear Damage. Soweit so gut. Aber wo kann ich es eh nicht tun? Nicht in dem Bogen. Tripcaster? Auch nicht. Sling? Nö. Blast Sling? Hätte mich gewundert. Ropecaster? Auch nicht. Rüstung? Nicht in die. Ich werde schon irgendwann drauf kommen. Sprinting is quiet, greatly reducing chance of alerting nearby enemies. Das klingt nützlich, also das können wir mal in die Richtung weiter runter. So, und irgendwo soll ich da mit einem Typen reden. Wo und mit wem? Wahrscheinlich mit
Lord
dir.
Geneva. This is the one who defeated the behemoths.
Outlander. I'm impressed. I don't impress easily. Tell me, how do you fare with hunting living prey?
Haven't had any complaints. Why?
3 dangerous prisoners have escaped. I need my men here, getting the others back in line. None of this would have happened if we dealt with criminals the old way. But I've clashed that gong before, and here I am. And here you are.
What's the old way?
To be buried up to the neck and left for the sun's judgment.
Seems to me like the judgment's already been made.
Not one of them committed another crime.
Ja, okay. Wahrscheinlich nicht.
Who are these dangerous prisoners?
3 from the isolation cages. Don't feel sorry for them. They've lived well off the Sun King's conscience. First is Rosgrund. Oseram trapmaker, hates the Karja, crazy as a loon in heat. Caught in one too many blasts. Or one too few. Then there's Ulia, a Tanakh warrior, if that means anything to you.
Not really. Another tribe?
Reavers, from the south. Bloodthirsty. Some say they're cannibals, but she slurped gruel well enough. And the last is Gavan, a traitor who smuggled weapons to the exiles.
Compared to the other 2, this one doesn't seem so bad.
He helped drag out a civil war, all for the shards it got him. A machine has more warmth.
So the Karja keep their criminals in this place?
Since the liberation, we've had them all, from thieves to the Mad King Jiran's former kestrels. The Sun King believes in the power of change, and sure enough, some did change. Shed their skin, like lizards. I thought all criminals were the same once. That's why the Sun King gave me command of Sunstone Rock. As an education.
Sounds like an honor. I mean, I haven't seen any other women in Karja armor.
No. I'm not one of your sisters. No woman can wear Karja armor. When I was young, I chose to become a soldier. One good enough to join Avad's honor guard. There was talk about what I was. So I'd say, test me, and I'll break your arm. After enough arms had been broken, there was less talk.
I'm curious, but I'd rather we didn't have to start fighting.
Agreed.
So you want these prisoners brought back?
No. I want them put in the earth. I doubt they'll give you any choice. They had their chance with the Sun King's generosity. So now they face mine. A bounty on all their heads. Ulia of the Tanakh, Razgrund of the Oseram, and the traitor Gavan.
If I did this for you, I'd need a lead on them.
Well, when Ulia first swept through the Sundom, it was with the jungle bandits. I say she'll go back. Razgrund we pulled out of a crack in Dusk Mesa, where he'd been tinkering with his bombs. And Gavan will be trying to pay his way across the lake. I'd burn my palm on it. Look in Bright Market.
Okay.
No, I'm awake and alert.
Bin gespannt, ob das so clear ist, von wegen bring sie um, so erledigt, oder ob mehr an der Story dran ist. Würde mich nicht wundern, wenn man sie dann findet und nicht ganz so klar ist. Da geht's auf. Machen wir das gleich mal. Keine Ahnung, wo wir da hinkommen. Ah, schaut gut aus. Ich glaube, genau da habe ich aufhören müssen. Weil immerhin wollte ich genau daher.
A pocket shitstorm tore day 7. I was 3 months out of rehab when we went camping out here. Wyatt went to sleep early. So it was just the two of us when we stayed up and watched the Perseids. After, as we talked about the stars and space tech, I suddenly knew what I wanted to do with my life.
Hi Ma, it was August. Summer school had wrapped and I'd aced my courses. So I was heading back to 10th grade with a good head of steam. As a reward for my studies and my sobriety, you and Wyatt gave me a Fullerton Labs Astro Prodigy and took me camping to watch the Perseids at their peak. I was amped. Wyatt spent all afternoon struggling with a self-constructing shelter he'd bought for the trip, until finally he gave up and built the damn thing manually. Well, the sleeping pods anyway. While we made a fire and cooked dinner, it must have taken a lot out of him, because Wyatt was nodding off at dinner and went to bed soon after. As night fell, we sat and watched the meteors streak across the sky like fingernail scratches, marveling at their abundance, laughing our delight. After an hour or so, you asked me to teach you the constellations. So I launched the Astro Prodigy and played Professor, spouting off about each star group as the drone magnified them. Later, I had it zoom in on the Odyssey, which was still being constructed in orbit back then. It was another year or two before they abandoned it. We could actually see the robots building it, zipping across the hull like little fireflies. So I jabbered about that, which got me started on jammering about the robots that Pharaoh and other corporation, even Metallurgic, had begun sending up to mine helium-free from Luna and metals from the asteroid belt. The more I spoke about space tech, the more excited I became. But it was getting cold too. Deserts at night, I like that. So I sat back down next to you and we huddled under the camp blanket. For a little while, we were quiet. I wanted to say what I was thinking, but it felt ridiculous. But then, Wyatt snored explosively from inside the shelter, and we giggled and our laughter seemed to make an opening for me to just go ahead and say it. That I, your delinquent son who'd almost flunked out of high school, who'd nearly died of an OD at a Bashcore concert, wanted to be an aerospace engineer and make the sorts of machines we'd been talking about. Robots to gather resources in the solar system. Maybe even ones that could travel to other stars and colonize new worlds. You looked at me and smiled. Then that is what you will do. And then you looked up at the night sky and said, very plainly, as though it was simple fact, you will write the story of our family across the stars. School started the next week, and I never looked back. Das ist mal wirklich durchgehend positive Nachricht gewesen. Und die gibt's nicht so viele bisher, was ihn angeht. Okay, Map. Aha, okay, da wäre wohl der erste Bandit in diesem Banditenlager. Mann, wir sind halt echt schon direkt da, gell? Wäre eigentlich schon bitter, den jetzt nicht mal eben mitzunehmen. Den Marker können wir wegtun.
Tasty.
Okay, wenn ich dem Weg folge, komme ich direkt zum Lager.
Saving these for the trail.
Okay. Mit den Banditen ist in der Regel eh nichts zu besprechen, also. Das Wetter macht es nicht unbedingt leichter.
You can see them. They can't see you. Great. Full of bandits and this Tanakh warrior too.
Sicht ist halt echt mies. Bei dem Regen.
That takes care of the alarm.
Nein! Nein! Ah! Das war schon einer von den Bandits. Steht da von... Oder das sind zwei.
Don't waste my blood.
Was soll ich mit der noch reden? Scheinbar.
No way we could have talked about this, huh?
All the Kaja did was talk. Talk, bleed, talk and shackle me. You fought like a Tanakh. I'd have taken you for my child.
You can't just take a child.
The strong take from the weak. And in the taking, I'm made stronger. These stories pricked into my skin. Look. Children, riches, lives, and land. All of these have been mine. Drink of my blood, and I'll live on.
Trink doch jetzt kein Blut, was ist denn los mit dir?
I've got enough stories to carry.
Na, lauf nicht weg. Jetzt hat die gerade so eine schöne Line of Sight gehabt. Geht doch. Okay, da drüben haben wir noch zwei. Das sind noch so einige.
Rain's not so bad.
Fokus ist nicht so bad, hä? Er macht die Sache doch signifikant leichter.
Still sniffing around.
Alter!
This is gonna let you down some pay.
Captives. They're not just cutthroats. Slavers, too. I'm not leaving you in here. It's okay. In a moment, you'll be free.
So, ist glaube ich allein noch ein Gegner übrig. Das war definitiv nicht der richtige Weg. Hey! So, Camp erledigt. Dann werden wir jetzt aber wirklich erst einmal... Okay, die Main Quest führt mich da auf. Das ist ja auch was. Dann werde ich mir, glaube ich, als erstes den da holen und dann Richtung Main Quest aufbrechen. Und der beste Weg zum dem... würde ich mal sagen, ist von da. Wobei, eins muss ich vorher noch checken. Da hat der Händler unbegrenzt viele Fast Travels verkauft. Ich weiß aber nicht einmal, welche Matze ich gebraucht habe. Es müsste eh sie gewesen sein. Hello. Ja, da. Unlimited fast travel to discovered campfire settlements throughout the world. Gekauft. So, muss ich das noch irgendwie verwenden oder ist das jetzt dann einfach... Ich glaube, jetzt soll es nicht disassemblen. Ja, ist aktiv. Nicht, dass ich schon jemals ein Problem mit Fast Travel Resources gehabt hätte jetzt, aber besser, man muss sich überhaupt keine Gedanken drüber machen, das ist entspannter. Okay. Schauen wir mal, ob das eine gute Idee war, aber irgendwie werden wir schon am Weg nach unten finden, oder? Das passt schon. Fuck. Boah, ich hab jetzt gedacht, da kommt gleich der riesen Viech aus daher. Boy, der Sturm war jetzt plötzlich weg. Oh, ist aber hübsch so jetzt mit richtigen Weitblick. Und scheinbar haben wir da ein bisschen einen Roboterfriedhof. Oder ein Schlachtfeld. Es scheint ein Panzer gewesen zu sein, vielleicht eher ein Schlachtfeld.
I must be closing in on the signal.
Fuck. Das könnte unangenehm werden. Oh, ja. Ich glaube, ich muss zuerst einmal, keine Ahnung was. Autsch. God damn it. Okay, die einen sind abgedraht. Das heißt, wir haben jetzt noch Tornax. Oder na, was weiß ich, wie die Viecher heißen. Longstrider? So irgendwas. Okay, that's one. Okay, das habe ich befürchtet, aber noch nie ausprobiert. Okay, dann kehrst aber du zumindest mehr. Falls da gleich noch die anderen wieder herkommen oder falls du zu den anderen umgehen willst. Viel Spaß dabei. Long Legs. Lange Beine haben sie. Bevor er mal gleich am Arsch geht.
Got their attention.
Hello, big boy. Sehr schön. Dem hat das gut gegeben. Und jetzt können wir uns da die Ravager kennen schnappen.
Should give me the upper hand.
Nicht so schlecht gegen die Viecher. Da haben wir noch eine. Was kommt? Yeah. Okay. Was habt ihr vor, Jungs?
Gotta switch weapons.
Es kommt da noch eine Maschine nachher daher.
Can stop tensing up.
Also wenn es davor kein Schlachtfeld war, jetzt ist es eins.
Fresh as it comes.
Okay, dann werden wir jetzt schauen, dass wir da auf den großen Jungen aufkommen. Das schaut doch nach der richtigen Position aus. Oh! Ja, die haben ja coole Beine. Das ist mir noch gar nicht aufgefallen. Aber wie die Elemente richtig so mit hochgezogen werden.
Things apart.
What? Alter. Es war nicht direkt ins Auge, oder was? Keiner von denen. Komm, steh auf, Junge. Einen wunderschönen guten Abend, Kindergarten Rambo. Einen Moment noch, bitte.
Be able to jump onto the tall neck from here.
Ich habe eh schon voll viel getrunken. Aber gerne. Hast du keinen eigenen Stream, um den du kümmern musst? Holy hell, der ist direkt vor meiner Nase. Schau halt her. Autsch. Sorry, du... Was? Was Model? Jetzt da. Vielleicht kann ich von vorne auch noch aufspringen. Wie kommst du jetzt auf Model? So, ich glaube, ich sollte da auch aufspringen können.
I think I can leap onto the tall neck from here.
Die Eloy glaubt's auch. Something. Sie sind so hübsch.
Made it. Now to climb up to its head.
Ach, da hinten. Nora? Was ist denn eine Nora da? Observer log USW20 Orbit 7x51 initiated cycle 801,111 routing query sent, no response G prime, human interference detected, ping not agents 41 from 45 dormant, human interference detected, human interference detected.
Good to see a seeker dressed as she should be, as a Nora.
Okay, was das jetzt da immer für ein Settlement ist? Ah, okay, das ist da unten noch größer. Irgendwann werde ich schon noch zur Main Quest kommen.
Should have been a crafter. They make good shards. But I'm all thumbs.
I'll tuck that away.
Nein, nein! Das war dir falsch erwartet. Und die frisch gesammelten Healmats schon wieder verbraucht. Mapmarker kann weg. What? The Forbidden West. Expeditions into the Forbidden West. Reader. If you would know of the Forbidden West, there are none more qualified to be your teller than I, the considerate Udain, healer of Blazon Arch. Why? For I yet live. Unlike the Outlanders who gasp or shriek the tales that follow, foolhardy Blazons and madcaps all, they were brought to me near death, poisoned, mortally wounded, or driven witless by what they had experienced in the lands beyond the Dawn. With such wounds, it was all I could do to ease their pain and try to make notes from their ranting. As the sun shines upon me, I cannot vouch for the full truth of these tales. I only hope they will satisfy your curiosity and turn you from the path that lead these imprudent explorers and daredevil trekkers to their deaths. Though each account differs, it is certain that the western lands are most unlike our own. Some crossed deserts of palest white, others deserts the color of fire, or even limitless sweeps of blue sand that seem to reflect the sky above, broken only by the remains of ancient machines. Others spoke of vast prairies of tall grass, each blade sharp enough to draw blood, dotted with shivering black flowers, or incalculable plains of dried mud cracked like green mosaic. At night, unknown animals watch with glowing eyes, and strange birds, all the colors of kites and fireworks, chitter and call out in men's voices. Das klingt nach Papageien. Most extraordinary of all are those reports of a lake 100 times the size of the Daybrink, so wide the far shores cannot be made out, and so deep that an entire city of the ancients stands drowned within. The water is sour to the taste and sickening, and is said to rise up and push back against those who attempt to cross. It would seem that the dead cities without number have been consumed by the shifting dunes in the west. Their skeletal towers mired in seas of sand. The wind is heard to sing a low, mournful song through these ruins, or through the skeletons of vast metal birds, now fallen, over great metal bowls, now filled with depths of black water. Where fish dart like shooting stars, that song of ruin, rising from a hum to a howl, still haunted these men and women as they threshed and sweated in unique sleep. But though the western lands are harsh, and even their beauty hides dangers, it is not the land alone that swallows up all who venture within, that inflicts the brands and wounds suffered by those few fortunate enough to return. Oh yes, all have spoken of new machines in the west, machines more strange and terrible than any found in the Sundom. With their fingernails, dying witness have scratched out impossible shapes, or, if they still possessed several limbs and vocal organs, mimicked jerking movements and imitated awful sounds, all belonging in the throes of madness. And what manner of man can live where the sun goes at night? These tales were the most chilling. One spoke of drinkers of machine blood, their lips and tongue stains, their teeth replaced with metal. Another described youths as pale as ash, all wearing the same faces, who hound silently and tirelessly in the night. Still another told of a tribe seen only from afar, whose folk busied themselves with digging deep pits in the sand only to fill them in again for unknowable reasons, while another tribe was only glimpsed on the waters of the Great Lake, riding their thin dark boats. O son, a half of me regrets scribing these stories, for they inspire questions that can only be answered by yet more doomed expeditions. And yet, I must tell the tales, for what else remains of these poor and wretched men and women? If they sought riches, they found none to bring back, nothing to save a handful of black silt, or a curiously stamped piece of metal, a chunk of desert glass with shifting hue, or an odd smooth shell. I have kept all these things to remind me of those who went in search of the forbidden, and paid for it dearly. Reader, if you think yourself an adventurer, heed the warning in this old man collection of strange small things, and go not into the Forbidden West. Oh, wir werden sowas hoffentlich in den Forbidden West gehen. Wobei hast nicht der zweite Teil Forbidden West? Dann werden wir nämlich wahrscheinlich nicht so schnell in den Forbidden West gehen, wenn der zweite Teil den Namen tragt. Mir kommt vor, ich bin mir jetzt gar nicht sicher.
Leave soon.
Was?
Careful where you walk. Each step has been paid for in blood.
Okay, aber das ist jetzt nicht mein Thema. Gut, wenn wir jetzt schon da sein, können wir genauso gut da oben auch noch das Haus und Lagerfeuer aktivieren. Ist da noch was? Yes.
By the sun, I'm hungry.
Wo war denn der Händler? Kann ich schon kurz mit ihm zu reden? Hello. Ich glaube zwar nicht, dass ich da vorne noch irgendwas finden werde, aber jetzt sind wir schon da. Noch ein Data Point? Okay. Why? Ah, Shadow Card oder was? The fuck? Die da unten sind freundlich und das ist Enemy? So, friendly, enemy. What? Weird? Okay. So, da gehen wir jetzt nicht hin. Auf der anderen Seite kommen wir eigentlich vorbei, gell? Wenn wir sowieso da Richtung Norden wollen, dann kommen wir eigentlich da bei dem Settlement mehr oder weniger vorbei. Und können wir uns dann auch noch den Vantage Point mitnehmen? Es wäre ja schon Waste. Ich würde sagen, irgendwann kommt der Tag, wo ich mich nicht ständig von Sachen unterwegs ablenken lasse und straight Main Quest spielen kann, aber ob ich daran selber glaube, bin mir nicht so sicher.
I must advise you against visiting Sunfall.
You again.
The powers that ordered your death believe they were successful. If you reveal yourself to their agents in Sunfall, your escape will have been for nothing.
Well, that's certainly ominous.
Is this Sunfall? Vorhin gibt's eine Quest.
I think these disappearances are a blessing.
Yep, es ist Sunfall.
Drawing the faithful out of misery.
Wir müssen ja noch nicht in die City reingehen.
She's very pale. Is she unwell?
Yes. She's a fighter, but the fever on her won't lift. It only burns hotter. Her name is Shiana, my sister.
Isn't there anyone in Sunfall who can help?
We're refugees. We know our place. And there's only one healer in the territory. He's difficult. His soul is in shadow.
His soul is in shadow.
Galiv. That's him. He's very clever, but he has little care for people. Perhaps the desert scoured it all away. Perhaps he was always like that. Either way, I know he won't help us.
Well, I'll see about that. Where would I find him?
Last I heard, he was patching up soldiers at Blazon Arch. Another border battle. I'll keep the moon from your brow.
Not to strike back against the usurpers.
Gut, so, dann gehen wir da einmal noch nicht rein, nachdem unser mysteriöser Anrufer gesagt hat, jo, schlechte Idee.
River's End. Not much farther now. Olin said he found an image of the woman I resemble on an ancient device. If she's my mother, why would there be traces of her all the way out here? So far from Norland. I don't get it. Who is she?
Her name is Elizabeth Sobek.
You. Spying through my focus again? Well, go on. What do you know about her?
Stay on your present course, and before long, you'll know her as well as I do. Maybe better. But be wary. Maker's End is crawling with Eclipse troops. To help you deal with them, I've left some useful equipment just outside the ruins. Your focus will show the location.
Okay. Holy!
Not much gets past them.
Okay. Harmlose Jungs.
I can guess why there was a vantage here.
Day 12. As we watched the booster arc up into the night sky, riding a pillar of flame, you took my hand, squeezed it, and said, "You have written the story of our family across the stars."
Hi Ma. Last stop. After this, I'll have said everything I need to. It was just a routine launch, but for us it might as well have been Apollo 11. It was my first payload, a Seeker extractor with an upgraded propulsion system I'd designed. The vehicle was destined for M89282, an asteroid rich in ruthenium and tungsten. A metallurgic claim as it happened, a family event through and through. So there we stood, in the open air as night fell and the stars came up, and of course I was thinking of that night years before, when we watched the Perseids together and talked and dreamed of this very moment. You were thinking of it too, because when the booster launched, as it rose into the sky on its shed of flame, you took my hand and said, "You have written the story of our family across the stars." Even then I knew it wasn't true. The vehicle was headed for a rock, not a star. It was a routine launch, not some voyage of discovery. But my heart was too full to quibble. I just smiled and squeezed your hand back. It was the finest moment of my life, you and me, Ma. Onwards and upwards. The start of great things. But after you died and I broke down, the meaning of that night changed. Everything that had seemed wonderful seemed to turn rotten and false. It seemed false because it was false. I'd never written anything across the stars. Sure, I'd hoped to work on a project like that, a deep space probe or a colony ship, but it never happened. And now that my career was over, it never would. And then, when I found out about the plague, the memory haunted me even worse, because it wasn't just me who failed to write the story across the stars, you see, it was all of us, our entire species. All our innovation, all our tech, all our striving, and it came to zero. I've been looking up the stars a lot, Ma, and the only story I see written across them is that we are small and insignificant and will soon disappear with hardly a trace left behind. It's a hard story, and I don't much like it, so I guess maybe what I've been trying to do these past 12 days is tell a different story. Not a big story written across the stars, but a tiny one, written across the humble earth of the only world we ever got to know. I have no reason to think that anyone or anything will survive to ever read it, but whether that happens or not, the truth of the story remains. That once upon a time, on a planet called Earth, there lived a boy named Bashar, who loved his mother very, very much. Goodbye, Ma. I love you. Bashar Mati, son of Amal and Bayas Mati, stepson of Wyatt Mahante. 24th November 2064. Okay, na dann.
Going down fast.
Können wir eigentlich da wieder mal was craften? Wir können. Mods oder Hunterbow? Dann Mods. Shellwalker. Da war echt gut, wenn wir uns anschnappen. Das wird die Sache wesentlich angenehmer machen. Es geht ja, du siehst mich nicht, du siehst mich nicht, du siehst mich nicht. Und du gehörst mir. Der wird jetzt gleich megamäßig aggro werden. Keine Ahnung, wo meiner ist. Ich glaube, der, was am Boden liegt, oder? Ja, der da drüben ist meiner. Und weiter. Unterwegs noch ein paar Heilmats aufklauben.
Stocking up.
Ich will nichts von euch. Hello. Charger, Gracer, Strider. Okay. Gehen wir einfach mal weiter.
Here they come. Right where he said it would be. Not a bad selection. Put those to use. Why are you doing this?
Because I want you to succeed. Good hunting. We'll talk later.
Wait! Damn him.
Okay, da auf. Von
Ouch.
wo? Von wo?
Snow. It's not getting any warmer out here.
Ja, aber jetzt bist du ja von deiner Heimat gewohnt, Eloy. Also so schlimm sollte das bisschen Schnee jetzt nicht sein. Soll ich einfach da herjumpen? Das geht sich doch nicht aus, oder? Der hell? Das fühlt sich ja äußerst voll. Da? War da was? Da ist was. Nimm mal das. Okay, da haben wir auch schon einmal einen schönen Überblick, wo es wohl gleich hingeht.
A pocket shitstorm tour, day 1. Where better to start than at the end? Or where the end started, anyway. Ground zero. Where it all came crashing down. My career first, then everything else. And I mean everything.
Tell me more. Hi Ma. Remember how ecstatic we were when I landed the job here? Aerospace control engineer at Faro Automated Solutions. Straight out of Stanford, Saturday I was tossing a motorboard, Monday I'm an employee of the biggest corporation on earth. Starting wage 6 times basic. It was a dream come true, yours as much as mine. When I found out it landed the gig, I waited until graduation day to tell you in person. You were so proud you hugged me 5 minutes straight, laughing and crying at the same time, saying over and over, onwards and upwards, the start of great things. I thought so too. It seemed as though nothing bad would ever happen to me, to us, ever again. But bad did happen, of course. More bad than I ever knew was possible. And while I can't blame FAS for making you sick, Metallurgic gets the credit for that, I can sure as hell blame Faro for the rest. But let's talk about the end of the world later. Damn it! It plays a part in this story, of course. If I hadn't found out what was coming, I wouldn't be doing this, leaving these time capsules behind. But the apocalypse isn't the story I want to tell. This is going to be about our family, about us. It's time to get going. I've spent enough of my life in the shadow of this place. I've got 11 more vantage spikes in the trunk of the Sabara I rented, and some pretty good ideas for where to sink them. So let's get the hell away from this place and start sinking. So, der hat mir jetzt einen Ropecaster gegeben. Können wir ja mal rein tun. Und dann können wir ihn auch gleich noch mit Mods vollstopfen. Okay, der hat 0 Damage. Das heißt, etwas, was Tear und Damage increased, bringt eigentlich nichts. Handling, das wird gehen, ja. Whatever. Da machen wir eine. Auf der anderen Seite. Okay, ja, let's go. Eine damit. Was ist ein Ropecaster überhaupt? Okay, warte mal, da gibt es irgendwo Tutorials. Oh, Skill Points. Printing is quiet. Let's go. Tutorials. Ropecaster. Hilfe. Ach, man kann diese Tutorials spielen und dann kriegt man XP. Ah. Ah. So, Ropecaster. Powerful new weapon, Ropecaster. Firing new ammunition types. Changes to repel its deter Antonia's curse. Tie down machines. Okay. Na dann werden wir eh sagen, wofür wir einen Ropecaster brauchen.
Can't be too prepared.
Okay, da unten ist was corrupted. Ancient Vessel.
So they will. Corrupted watchers. Acting as a god. Eclipse, just like he said.
Ah, der Typ da hat mich natürlich auch gesehen, gell? Typen, Plural. Autsch. Okay. Ouch, what the fuck? Mal schauen, ich glaube, wir können da jetzt re-stealthen.
Picking up ancients. All hard work, no danger. Almost makes me miss the red raids.
Looks like I'm clear.
Gone. Let them run while they can.
Da unten ist noch einer. Okay.
Forged dirt delvers made off with an ancient log, but not the ancients buried in the ground.
Schaut erst einmal clear aus.
These dig sites, they're massive.
Okay, da oben haben wir wieder einen Watcher.
All these ruins. What did the old ones do here?
Watcher, Corruptor. Ist eh klar, dass die jetzt genau gleichzeitig vorbeikommen. Aber solange der Watcher da unten bleibt. Ist trotzdem zu nah. Ist ja wurscht. Zappel nicht so. So klar. So klar. Ja.
They're still looking. A corruptor. That might prove a challenge.
Ah, der haut wieder ab. Findet mich nicht. Mir kommt für irgendwas so wie Ratte gebraucht. Ah, aber Knochen. Okay. Schauen wir noch einmal. Oh! Der hat gesessen. War nice.
The snow's got a bite out here.
Mal schauen, ob wir es diesmal schaffen. Jupp. Ah, da hinten oben. Da hinten unten. Okay. Ich würde sagen, bleibt der Corruptor.
Looks good.
Redbone. So, was passiert, wenn ich jetzt mit so einem Ropecaster auf den schieße? Okay. Okay, also man fesselt die Dinger halt mit diesem Ropecaster wirklich kurz. Gibt Schlechteres, gibt Schlechteres. Was habt ihr noch für mich?
What have they been uncovering here?
They found a destroyer next to that frost-bitten tower. That's not gonna come free of its grave without a struggle.
Und da. Der früher an Reden gehört, aber ach, doch da hinten wären noch welche. Ich glaube, das ist mir jetzt aber wurscht, weil ich mir sehe weiter eine. So, gehen wir weiter eine.
Tough, but I'm used to it.
Ziemlich viel Ratten sind da. Okay.
Explosion.
Was führen denn die da auf, hä? Der Hell.
All weapons operational. Time to get it moving and be quick about it. No daydreaming. Soon this demon will be up and running. Another Deathbringer.
Great. Das ist dann also mein Target, oder was?
One of the Deathbringers Orlin talked about. Me, I'll never get into that tower unless I destroy that thing first.
Focus. It stopped working.
I've disabled his focus. The rest is up to you.
I'll handle it.
Shit!
Steam's blasting out. I wonder if those are weak points.
Okay, damit ist der auch noch einmal weg.
Hitting that thing really hurt it.
Okay. Also der war jetzt ja nicht so das Problem. Man hätte jetzt wahrscheinlich etwas besser auch gehen können, als ihm einfach versehentlich am Pfeil eine zu jagen. Aber was soll's.
Did it. Those things pack a punch. All right.
So schlimm war er jetzt echt nicht.
Focus. Let's see what's on it. That'll keep my stomach quiet. Let's see what you have to say.
Das schaut ja ungesund aus.
What is this?
The entity lives. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Unacceptable.
Ich glaube, damit bin ich aufgeflogen.
What the hell was that? Hades? Hey! Mysterious stranger, did you see that? No answer, huh? Figures. Things just keep getting stranger. I need to find a way inside the tower.
So, Shadowhunter Bow. Mal kurz schauen, ob wir da was upgraden können. Können wir sogar definitiv, oder? Das ist derzeit 29 Tear und Freeze. Handling, Damage und Freeze. Das heißt, ich wird Tear verlieren. Das unten ist Tear und Fire. Aber Freeze bringt halt auch nichts da drauf. Auf der anderen Seite, das ist der Sharp Shot Damage, Handling Damage. Okay, na, das passt schon. Freeze weg. Das eine. Das kann von mir aus dabei noch bleiben. Das ist der Warbow, der hat Freeze schon drauf, das passt. Hauptsache haben wir was eingesockert und das gleiche werden wir da machen. Du kannst Freeze, also tun wir Freeze eine und dann tun wir noch den eine. Passt.
Getting soaked from melted snow. tight, but
Das schaut aber ähnlich aus wie zu Hause, die große Tür.
Hold for identiscan.
one of these again.
Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. Please step inside.
Oh.
Dr. Sobek, you are 355,510 days overdue for your meeting with Mr. Fairman. Please proceed to the 35th floor.
Wait. 350,000. That's hundreds of years ago. What's going on?
Ich hoffe, er wartet noch, also... Bin ein bisschen spät dran, ja. Bin aufgehalten worden unterwegs. Verkehr war schrecklich.
Protocols use polyphasic entangled waveforms, quantum encryption, black quartz stuff, way beyond military grade. That's what you demanded. So that's what we delivered.
You don't code something you can't crack. All we need is a backdoor. Upload the latest service pack update and the problem goes away.
You specifically forbade us from leaving anything resembling a backdoor in code. Every protocol to black quartz standard. Your words. Look. If you need me to fudge some projections, it's nothing we haven't done before.
I don't need fudged projections. I need a way to reassert control over the Heart's Timor swarm.
I don't know what to tell you, Ted. You're asking the impossible.
So, codes. They needed codes of some kind to control the machines. But they got out of control. Sounds bad.
Also der Zustand von dem Bunker ist wirklich nicht mehr so optimal.
Or a statue of one, anyway. A machine built to kill. And they honored it?
Welcome to Faro Automated Solutions, where all the problems of tomorrow are being solved today. With over 25,000 human employees based in nations and corporate holdings across the globe, Faro leads the world in every sector of self-sustaining, fully automated technology. From revolutionary consumer products close to home, like the Faro Focus, to the dynamic chariot line of peacekeeping robots halting bloodshed in conflict zones across the globe, Faro remains committed to making the future smarter, brighter, safer, and always surprising. Faro Automated Solutions. For every problem of life, a smart solution.
So they made the focus. 25,000 people? That's bigger than a tribe. So they made machines and devices. I guess those things were common in their world.
Reception log. Reception log, July 7, 2064. Field Commandant Daying of the Indo-Malay Agriculture Combine arrived with his delegation. Refreshments to be served before their 10:15 sales presentation on the chariot line. Per instructions, food will be vegetarian only. Sander Anu, Vice President of Territorial Integrity from Fresh Grounds Coffee Global, arrived with his entourage. Refreshments to be served before the 10:30 AM sales presentation on the chariot line. Per instructions, will use Fresh Grounds Tacoma blend. No artificial creamers. So that happened. Court security and janitorial to clean up the coffee that was spilled. Actually, more like thrown? I wasn't aware that the Indo-Malay Combine grows coffee beans and that Fresh Grounds acquisition team has tried to take their fields. By force, repeatedly. I think Commandant Daying had Anu by the hair for a second there. Who schedules these things? I'm going to drop a line to sales. This can't happen again. Tja, da gibt man sich extra Mühe, will alles richtig machen und dann das.
What was this place? What were they doing here?
It was a corporation. A group of people not unlike a tribe. And they made machines.
Yeah, go on.
I've uploaded some data files to your focus. They'll help you understand.
Also, Bio, Elizabeth Sobek. Elizabeth Sobek, born March 11, 2020, is an American scientist, roboticist, and engineer, widely regarded as one of the greatest minds of the 21st century. Born and raised outside Carson City, Nevada, she enrolled at Stanford University at age 13, earning a BS in experimental physics and computer science at age 16. She completed her PhD in robotics and artificial intelligence design at Carnegie Mellon University in 2040, and joined Faro Automated Solutions as a junior scientist the same year. Rising quickly to chief scientist at the age of 22, over the next 8 years, her green robot designs played a vital role in realizing the environmental cleanup and detoxification efforts of the clawback decade, propelling FAS to the forefront of its field. In 2048, she suddenly resigned from FAS, protesting the company's pivot to automated military technologies. In 2049, she founded Miriam Technologies, a firm devoted to life, positive robotics and other technologies. Miriam has since become one of the world's largest suppliers of green robots, winning numerous awards and accolades, including the 2053 Nobel Prize for Physics and the 2056 Rachel Carson Award for Environmental Progress. Bio, Ted Faro. Theodore Ted Faro, born December 24, 2013, is an American entrepreneur and business magnate. He is the founder of Faro Automated Solutions, FAS, the largest corporation of all time, the world's wealthiest individual, and the first ever trillionaire. Born and raised in Salt Lake City, Utah, he enrolled at the University of California, Los Angeles, where he studied business for 2 years before dropping out in 2033 to start FAS. Though it struggled at first, The company broke through at the end of the troubled 2030s with its popular lines of personal servitors and bodyguard bots, then exploded when its famous line of green robots led the race to solve the climate crisis during the 2040s. Clawback. At the end of that decade, FAS opened a military defense branch, dominating the world market for automated military platforms by 2053. The success of FAS has made Mr. Farrow the world's best-known businessman, one of its most sought-after speakers, and a major voice in politics, culture, and international affairs. History. FAS. Farrow Automated Solutions is an American multinational corporate entity that produces robots for all walks of life. Though its core business consists of military and defense contracts. As of 2063, FAS has ranked 1 among the Fortune 5 by gross revenue and profit for 10 years in a row, a world record. Founded in 2033 by Theodore Ted Farrow, an entrepreneur from Salt Lake City, Utah, the company developed several promising robot prototypes in its early years but failed to break into markets dominated by then industry giants like General Synthetics and ReCorp. This changed in 2038 with the debut of the Alfred line of levitating personal servitors, which generated exceptional sales, lifting the company onto the Fortune 50 for the first time. Profits tripled in 2040s as the company's environmental efforts, led by famed engineer Elizabeth Sobek, catapulted FAS to the head of that sector. In 2049, in the wake of successful green and climate cleanup efforts around the globe, worldwide approval ratings of FAS exceeded 90%, and founder Ted Farrow was hailed across media and social networks as the man who saved the world. Yet it was the emergence of FAS as a military contractor in the late 2040s that cemented its status as the world's wealthiest corporation. With a record market capitalization of over 23 trillion. By 2055, FAS controlled 61% of the market share for automated military platforms, holding contracts with 353 nations, transgovernmental organizations, and corporate entities. Today, its holdings exceed the second largest corporation, FB Mobile Hall Global, by 321%. Das ist definitiv ein Problem, wenn ein Global Player so dominierend gegenüber allen anderen arbeitet. Das kann nicht gut enden. Definition: Corporation. Corporation, noun. An association of individuals created under authority of law, having existence, powers, and liabilities distinct from those of its members. In a business sense, a corporation is usually owned by shareholders through the sale or distribution of stock who profit from such ownership, vote at a designated times for its governance, and designate executives who run its affairs. Most corporations engage in one or more industries to produce goods or offer services for profit, and may in turn own other corporations, companies, or property as holdings.
Now, I know this must seem like a bizarre change in direction. I mean, we're Faro Automated Solutions, right? #1 robotics firm in the world. Why would we clear our production slate to fabricate human-operated vehicles and weapon systems, the relics of the past? All I can say at this juncture is... trust me. We will be exploiting a massive, growth opportunity by retooling and reallocating capacity according to my plan. So I will need revised projections of mass fabrication velocity across every pipeline within 36 hours.
So they were making machines, then they stopped to make other kinds of weapons? Why?
Weil sie die Maschinen nicht mehr kontrollieren können und Panzer gebraucht haben, wo sie sich selber einsetzen können. Great.
The air. smell to it. Not even old death. Nothing natural. Another cave-in. But I could get through.
Complaint from J. Friedkin to reception. Hey reception, if that is your real name, wanna know who scattered into Malay right next to Fresh Grounds? That would be me, Senior VP of Sales. Wanna know why? After that little hair pulling incident, both sides increased their bids by 40%. I'll explain. Because your receptionist level brain probably requires it. Those two sides are fighting. And what do we sell? That's right. Combat machines. We want them to hate each other, so they will try to fight each other with what? That's right again, combat machines, which they will pay us a lot of money for. So I suggest you go back to serving coffee with a blank smile and let me do my much more complicated job. Thanks a bunch, Mr. Friedkin to you. Willkommen zurück. Ja, mal ganz so stabil gebaut. Waypoint sagt auf, das heißt, wir gehen runter. Ist aber schön gesprochen, muss man dazu sagen, gell? Geben wir Mühe. Ah, jetzt bin ich da. Shortcuts. Jetzt sind wir stolz auf die. Danke.
Looks like I can climb here.
Spiritual Summit from Ted Faro to Paula Vasara. Paula, recent events have sharpened my perspective, and I think that I, and for us in general, have been neglecting the spiritual side of things. Not under any specific religious framework, of course, but in a more general sense, as in not giving enough thought to our shared values, hopes, and aspirations for the afterlife. I'd like you to reach out to religious leader of every stripe with the intention of scheduling a conference soon. Very soon. I'll have more thoughts about the agenda later, but for now, let's put out some feelers and see if we can lock something in. Make it a big tent. No cooks, but anyone with a credible audience. Let's go deluxe. Make it clear we'll spare no expense. Thanks, Ted. Da hat er wohl schon die Sorge gehabt, dass es wirklich komplett vor die Hunde geht, der gute Ted. Fast Campus Log. Fast Campus Security Log. High Priority Alert. Automated log note. All non-essential systems have entered hibernation. High Priority Alert. Automated log note. Full lockdown has been initiated. High Priority Alert. Due to increasing frequency of violent protests targeting the campus, the security of of FAS employees can no longer be guaranteed. Therefore, we have taken the difficult decision to shutter this facility indefinitely. Staff will be briefed on a block-by-block basis regarding proper procedure for archiving and/or disposal of project-related data and materials. HiSec and the crisis team will then conduct exit review before all areas are locked down. High priority alert. Priority messaging to all staff in E and F blocks. Treat the current lockdown situation as an exercise, but do not attempt to release the hatches or otherwise exit the buildings. High priority alert. A reminder that while HiSec personnel remain committed to employee safety during the current unfortunate events, personal firearms must be relinquished when presenting identity scan. High priority alert. Additional public access roads en route to campus have now been closed to relieve waiting time at the outer security cordons. HiSec reminds all staff that the campus remains off limits to the public. Following recent campus security issues, all staff are reminded that presenting for identity scan and displaying your security badge prominently at all times for image analytics are both mandatory. In light of recent acts of terrorism directed at the rapid transit system, HiSec now offers a Big Brother initiative to accompany staff traveling from off-site. Sign-up is required and strongly encouraged. 48 more entries in high priority, additional entries corrupted.
People were angry at Faro. The corporation. They blamed this place for something. Something bad.
Ach, nur fürs Ende der Welt.
The FSP-5 Kopesh provides a one-size-fits-all solution to main battle force capability. Metamaterial construction delivers unmatched recoil dampening, allowing you to field any weapon package that conforms to your budget needs and conflict resolution profile. Patented biomass conversion systems allow extended emergency operations with minimal environmental impact. Multilinear target processing provides simultaneous real-time threat analysis and legal review for autonomous domestic operations. Or control can be slaved to the swarm's neural network for weapons-free force application. Either way, when it's time to call out the big guns, it's time to call Kopesh.
The Deathbringer. So this was the heavy hitter. Main battle force indeed.
The BOR-7 Horus. Imagine your complete engagement ecosystem comprehensively managed by a high-speed learning machine network. Whether your need is to replace battlefield losses or intensify force projection, the Horus's onboard manufacturing capabilities mean you'll never get stuck waiting for the next arms delivery. Simply redefine your force parameters, and the Horus will fabricate additional units to fill the ranks for an affordable per-unit licensing fee. Meanwhile, the biomass conversion systems of other Chariot line models allow them to keep the Horus fueled, repaired, and ready, extending its operational tolerances beyond that of any competing Titan-class platform. That's the Horus advantage. Always regulating, always ready. The future of automated warfare made real today.
The Metal Devil. So these were Faro machines too. Manufacturing capabilities. They can make more of themselves. Then how would you ever stop them?
Das ist der Sinn dahinter. You don't.
The ACA-3 Scarab combines conventional and information warfare capabilities in one package. Designed for high-speed, all-terrain reconnaissance. It boasts the world's highest survivability rating of any Scout-class autonomous agent. Maybe it's the Scarab's emergency biomass conversion systems that ensure it always makes it back to base, even if fuel supply lines have been interdicted. Or maybe it's the Scarab's ability to slave enemy robots to its own network. Now that's force multiplication. Add a prehensile manipulator arm that can handle a host of functions. From 360-degree less lethal riot management to surgical repairs of Allied chariot line models. And you've got the workhorse of any cutting-edge peacekeeping fleet.
Peacekeeping.
Slave enemy robots to its own network. It sounds like it's talking about how it corrupts machines.
Na, haben sie wohl gut hingekriegt, die Phase, Jungs. Funktioniert hat das System ja scheinbar.
What's left of it?
Wohl ein bisschen zu gut.
It'll be a long way up. Frozen metal most of the way. Not making this easy, Dr. Sobek.
What the hell? What the... Okay. Poppt auf einmal von Steam eine Message auf, dass der Hersteller eines Spieles mein Access zu diesem Spiel zurückgenommen hat.
Let's can find a way to hang on up here. Guess I can too.
Aber ist okay. War Alpha. Die Rogue Trader Alpha ist revoked worden und die Beta habe ich zum Beispiel schon auf GOG. Die Alpha hat es damals noch nicht auf GOG gegeben.
Freezing out here.
Aber habe ich noch nie gesehen, so ein Message. Na, oh Gott. Ich habe immer die Sorge, dass ich wo was übersehe. Geht's jetzt da weiter? Geht's dort weiter? Die Quest sagt irgendwie auf beide Stunden gleichzeitig hin. Wahrscheinlich funktioniert einfach beides. Jo, es funktioniert einfach beides.
That began when they engaged in unauthorized offensive operations against robots and human personnel of the Hearts Timor Energy Combine. Now, I wish that I could relate that the crisis has been exaggerated, but it's not. The peacekeepers have not responded to stand-down codes, and by all signs, they appear to be replicating at a precipitous rate. Now, what I can promise you, can absolutely assure you, is that I am already devoting every possible resource towards reaching a speedy conclusion to this issue. So when you hear the bad talk about us against this company in the days, maybe weeks to come, just bear in mind that we will get past this. That a day's coming when none of this will matter.
Peacekeepers. That's what they called their machines. They were built for war, not peace.
Wer läuft, versteht's. Wie wir da wohl wieder runterkommen werden, hä? All hands on deck, from Gordon Nakada to Gina Searman. Gina. Ever hear of the Melville Island Fruit Association? Neither had I. Until they filed suits against us this morning. Apparently there's a little island paradise off the coast of Australia, population 2,700, all of whom hates us. Now that a Stray Hearts Timor unit is chowing down on their largest mango orchard. That brings the official count of Heart Timor-related lawsuits to 127. Most of them from private companies, but also a bunch from individuals, nation-states and NGOs. And that's not even counting the mother of all liability claims from Hearts itself. Call every external firm we've ever used, then call their competitors. We are going to need every corporate defense lawyer we can find who's still half sober and on the bar. Gordon Nakata, Associate General Counsel, FAS. Ich glaube, die Lawsuits waren eine geringste Sorge.
I can't spare the weight.
Schon eine ordentliche Höhe in der Zwischenzeit. Okay, glaube ich werde es trotzdem noch. Ah, was ist, wenn da bei dem Aufzugsschacht, der da auch noch vorne hängt, ein Data Log ist?
Nutritious.
Also wenn da herum, in dem Turm, in einer Truhe noch Fleisch ist, ich weiß ja nicht, ob man es noch essen sollte. Es ist wahrscheinlich eher nur wieder anderer Weg zum gleichen Ziel. Jo. Banda Sea incident from Stacey Anders to Robert Reshard. Subject dolphin wit. Bob. Another problem to add to a big steaming pile. Apparently a fisherman in Banda Sea captured video of a Hearts Timor Horus unit refueling via biomatter conversion along the shoreline of Palau Vetar on a board of endangered dolphins. No less, quite possible the last of their kind. Oh god. Not to get graphic, but it looks like what happens inside a blender, as if the robot was whipping up a big pink swirling milkshake of dolphin chum. Our suppression team has scrubbed it from 43 networks, but it's still propagating, so it's only a matter of time before it goes viral. A prepared statement feels grossly insufficient. Any suggestions? This one's a real stinker. Stacey Anders, VP PR FAS. Oh fuck. Rottet so ein Roboter, um seinen Tank aufzufüllen, die letzten Delfine aus. Cool.
way up. All it takes is a few good handholds. All right, made it. Wonder what we'll find.
Okay, da geht's dann over, oder was? Oh!
Another power cell. If I find more, I should be able to get to that ancient armor I found.
Ja, endlich wieder einmal eine. Wahrscheinlich hätte ich mir einfach eh nur bis daher runtergeseilt. Egal. Ah, da werden wir uns dann wohl eine hacken können.
Should have brought a cart.
Nice. Okay, was haben wir da?
All data has been erased from this device. Do you wish to deploy Alpha privileges to recover purged data?
Oh yes, I believe I do.
A file has been recovered.
Elizabeth, good to, it's been years.
Where's your legal team, Ted?
No need. I dropped all 18 lawsuits the moment you landed. I assume your data confirms this.
All right, this promises to be interesting.
Perhaps we could have lunch brought in. You know, get reacquainted.
I know you, Ted. You screwed something up, something big, or you wouldn't have eaten the crow necessary to get me here. So spit it out.
There's a glitch in the chariot line.
Your killer robots?
Peacekeepers, yes, those.
So shut them down.
Obviously, Liz, we would, if we could. They're not responding.
Are you telling me a swarm has gone rogue, Ted?
It's worse than that.
Show me the data then. And I'll take that lunch. Alone.
Ted Faro brought Elizabeth Sobek here, but they hated each other.
Another file has been recovered.
This isn't a glitch. It's a catastrophe.
Fully aware. It's bad.
Bad?
Jesus, Liz.
It's not bad, Ted. It's apocalyptic. You built a line of killer robots.
Peacekeepers.
That consume biomass as fuel.
In emergencies.
And you made them capable of self-replication.
Limited, self-manufacture, controlled.
Not anymore. The glitch severed chain of command. The only nation this swarm answers to now is itself.
You think I did?
Everything else is just food. And at the rate it's replicating, Ted, it will strip the Earth bare in 15 months. We're not talking fall of civilization. We're talking extinction.
I get it, Liz. So how do I stop it while it's contained?
It's not contained. It can't be.
You know what I mean.
Right. Before the truth gets out, you mean?
Liz, I will do anything you say. Keep working it, and whatever you recommend, I'll do.
I'm gonna hold you to that, Ted.
Faro robots threatened all life on Earth, but somehow she defeated them. The world of the old ones fell, but life went on, or we wouldn't be here.
A final file has been recovered.
Project Zero Dawn. Jesus, Liz. There has to be another way.
If there were a nicer way to fix your mess, I would have proposed it.
But this? This? When I asked you to find a cure, I didn't expect it to be worse than the disease.
It's not, Ted. It may be grim, but it's our only chance. Now sign the proposal.
Sign it? I can't sign that.
Yes, you can.
That? Liz, I cannot in good conscience sign that.
You've got a choice, Ted.
I know.
I am speaking to you from a VTOL en route to U.S. Robot Command. In 15 minutes, I meet with General Harris and the rest of the Joint Chiefs.
What? Are you crazy?
Now your choice is what I tell them. Sign, and I'll tell them the wealthiest corporation on Earth has guaranteed the funds necessary to build Zero Dawn. Exactly as I've designed it. Or don't sign, and I will make sure they and everyone else on this planet knows the real cause of the glitch.
Jesus, Liz. You don't have to threaten me.
Scheinbar schon.
I'll sign.
Look on the bright side, Ted. From here on out, you get to do what you've always been good at. Footing the bill while others get their hands dirty.
God forgive me.
What made her solution so terrible? What did she do to stop the robots?
Executive access detected. Express lift opened.
Jetzt kriegst du das auch nicht beantwortet, wie der ganze Mist losgegangen ist, und dann haben sie das nächste Rätsel her, was dieses Zero Dawn Initiative ist. Ah!
This doesn't add up. Sobek couldn't have been my mother. She lived ages ago. All this searching, and I'm still no closer.
That's your reaction to everything you've just learned? To whine like a spoiled child?
You should really try talking that way to me face to face.
As you wish. Do you really have no idea how monumental are the discoveries you just made, Aloy? I expected more of you.
So, you have a face. Got a name to go with it?
Of all the questions you could ask right now, that's the one you choose.
Aus Höflichkeit sollte man sich kennen.
Decades searching the ruins of the older ones, trying to solve the mystery of what happened to them. For years, I've suspected that Faro robots destroyed their civilization, but I could never confirm it. And in minutes, you uncover more ancient knowledge than I have in a lifetime. And what you want to know is my name.
Yes. Name, please, now.
Silence. That's my name. Now, why don't you try asking another question? Something less trivial.
So, if you're so smart, you don't understand. I see your point. Man hätte mal seinen Namen schon lang sagen können. Aber okay.
Alright, Silence. You've made your point. I came to these ruins hoping to learn more about this Elizabeth Sobek. And I have, but I still don't understand my connection to her. Or why the Eclipse is trying to kill me. Or who Hades is. No answers, just one question after another.
Exactly. Which is why it's time to expand your frame of inquiry. Only then will you see just how big your problems really are.
What exactly are you talking about?
You've chased a personal riddle into a crowd of larger mysteries. The common thread is your connection to Elizabeth Sobek.
But what is that connection? She couldn't have been my mother if she lived centuries ago.
We don't know the connection yet. The only way to find out is to keep going, to keep making discoveries. Thanks to you, we only just now learned that Faro robots once threatened to end life on Earth.
But it didn't happen. The Old One's civilization was destroyed, but life was saved.
Obviously. So, what did Elizabeth do? How did she stop the robots before all was lost?
What was Project Zero Dawn?
Exactly the question. Now, are you ready to go get the answer?
Of course I am.
Then why are you still standing here?
Not so fast, Silence. You've got some explaining to do.
I've told you quite enough. If you still got questions, be quick about it and stop wasting my time.
You said you've known for some time that Faro war machines destroyed the civilization of the Old Ones.
The evidence pointed that way. But until now, I never knew the full scope of their danger. That they could process organic matter into fuel, or that the Horus class could manufacture more robots. Like a cauldron on legs.
But the robots we've seen so far, the Corruptors and Deathbringers, they don't do those things.
Not yet, anyway. So far, we haven't encountered any that are undamaged. At full power, who knows what they're capable of? Now, if that's enough talking, be on your way.
Oh no. Just getting started. You've been getting a free ride on my focus, risking nothing while I risk everything. All I have to do is take this thing off my head, and you'll be blind, deaf, and dumb. So quit complaining and answer my questions.
Very well. Proceed.
Aloy ist cool.
Who are you, Silence? And what are your intentions?
You really need to make this personal? I'm a lone wanderer who left his tribe behind a long time ago. An explorer of forbidden places, a searcher of lost knowledge. Exactly as I said.
Why do you know so much about the eclipse?
I happen to know a lot about a lot of things. If what you're really asking is whether I work for the eclipse or anyone else, I don't. I am nothing if not independent.
So far as I can tell, the eclipse are just following orders. It's Hades who wants me dead. Who is he?
I don't know. The eclipse describe him as a buried shadow, some kind of devil.
That thing that spoke to me outside, that made that focus explode. That was Hades? It didn't seem like a person or a machine. More like a phantom. With a terrible voice.
Ich sag gesagt KI.
Certain is that he wants you dead.
Because of my connection to Elizabeth. Has to be.
Hades is using the eclipse to resurrect Pharaoh robots.
But if Elizabeth found a way to stop them centuries ago, if she made special weapons, maybe Hades is worried I'll do the same thing.
In some of the ancient data I've recovered, there are hints of so-called super weapons being developed. Maybe to stop the robots, the civilization of the old ones had to destroy itself.
Dann hätten sie zumindest kein Futter mehr.
You've been using my focus to spy on me. How's that possible?
Every focus emits a signal, a voice that only other focuses can hear. I know how to string those voices together, how to make them talk to each other, to communicate, even over vast distances.
How do you learn to do that?
Years of study and experimentation. In principle, it's not so different from how you override machines. I override focuses.
And you can spy through other Eclipse's focuses too.
Usually. All I'll say is that overriding the connections is complicated.
Is there any chance that Elizabeth Sobek could still be alive somehow?
It's highly unlikely, but not impossible. Some of the ancient data I've recovered includes mentions of life extension techniques. Pharmaceuticals, mostly, an ancient word for medicine. But some were still trying to perfect ways of freezing and unfreezing people.
Freezing and unfreezing people?
Cryogenics, they called it. But there were problems with it. Given Elizabeth's technological acumen, I can't definitively rule out that she found a way to make herself immortal. But this is speculation. wasting time.
Elizabeth told Ted Faro she was headed for a place called U.S. Robot Command to tell people about Zero Dawn.
The place still exists as a ruin. The Asaram call it the Grave Horde.
Grave Horde? Cheery name.
You'll find it in the eastern mountains, buried under the tangled coils of a metal devil, or a BOR-7 Horus, rather, as we're learning to call them. I'll contact you when you get there.
I can't wait. Someday we'll meet in person, and your manners had better be improved. Well, getting down will be a lot faster than getting up here, at least. U.S. Robot Command next. To learn the secrets of Zero Dawn.
Tentacle, Metal Devil. So wie wir es am Anfang am Berg oben gesehen haben.
Rain's been building for long enough.
Ich bin so froh, dass sie nicht auf der Außenseite mit einem Seil einen langen Weg nach unten gemacht haben, sondern man so in mehrere Steps sich nach und nach wieder nach unten arbeitet. Das macht definitiv mehr Sinn. Bei der Höhe. Okay, jetzt sollen wir also daher. Aber es gibt natürlich auch da noch alles Mögliche. Was haben wir da? A Corrupted Zone. Könnten wir eigentlich schauen, dass wir die noch wegmachen. Ah, okay, jetzt bin ich wieder da. Spuren waren früher noch Gegner. Scheint jetzt aber niemand mehr zu sein. Also nach Osten. Odyssey to Nowhere. Funeral for an Obsolete Future. An Odyssey to Nowhere. Paris, July 7, 2057. 25 persons from 5 nations stand before the offices of Odyssey Euro West, hands clasped solemnly at their waists or held stiffly at their sides. Some are politicians, some are businessmen. These days, is there a difference? Some are scientists. Slowly, Gerhard Weitz steps to the podium. I regret to announce that, as of today, the Odyssey is no more. What exists of the vessel will be abandoned in orbit. All personnel will collect severance income and be released from their contracts. The sad fact is that our species' greatest hope for an extraplanetary future was never able to escape the gravity of terrestrial, all too human conflicts. White's sighs. Perhaps the innovations we pioneered will help improve the lives of future generations. Time will tell. So, was haben wir da? Corrupted. Fire Bellow, Ravager, noch ein Ravager. Ist die Frage. Hammer. Da erste ist einmal erledigt. So, der hätte keinen gedroppt. Die könnten wir uns schnell schnappen. Hoho. Au. Come on, lass mich schießen. Wie sie den extra nur lauert. Nix sagen, aber lauern. Immer in Lauerstellung. Ich wünsche dir einen wunderschönen guten Abend, Cybertomi. Hast du wohl alles mitgekriegt, was passiert ist? Also bist du wirklich schon länger da? Weil immerhin war ja gerade große, mehr oder weniger Auflösung von was überhaupt los ist.
Need them soon enough.
Okay, so. Nächstes Ziel. Da gehen wir das Bandit Camp. Das ist dann wohl noch ein Cauldron. Immer bereit, ich hab seit circa halben dabei. Ja, nicht alle Wünsche gehen in Erfüllung, gell? Manchmal ist bitter. Da ist noch irgendein Lager, Settlement, whatever. Da ist ein Händler. Warum ist auf der Map so viel los? So, wo war der letzte Vantage? Da oben. Das heißt, das wäre der Weg da eine. Und da wäre da noch dieser Tolnek. Schon wieder 3 Skillpoints, sei unglaublich. Wo investieren wir die diesmal? Mein Tag heute war voll okay. Ich habe heute aber auch nur bis, also ich war nur bis 1:30 in der Arbeit. Dann bin ich nach Hause, weil ich Hautarzttermin gehabt habe. Und von dem her war nicht so lang heute. Silent Strike, Strike from above, Strike from below, Leader Strike. Das sind nicht die Crits. Craft Additional Ammo. Nehmen wir halt das. Okay, aber wo wollt ihr jetzt eigentlich hin? Eigentlich theoretisch zu dem Vantage, aber dann auch irgendwie ist es halt doch. Aber es wäre halt der Vantage. Dann hätte ich den. Weil mehr gibt es ja scheinbar nicht. Ziehen wir das einfach durch. Daher fast traveln, den Big Boy holen und dann da rauf. Hast du dir eigentlich schon überlegt, weil wir gestern kurz geschrieben haben, Commander spielen Wochenende? Okay, so. Setzen wir einen Marker. Und dann würde ich sagen, nehmen wir uns einen Mount. Holy hell! So, bin ich noch auf Kurs? Ja, wenn ich der Straßen folge, sollte eigentlich alles passen. So, kriegen wir jetzt noch ein Lagerfeuer. Ich glaube, jetzt bin ich ein bisschen abseits des geplanten Kurses. Aber alles im grünen Bereich. Sieht alles aus. So, okay. Da hinten ist der Big Boy. Was ist das da? Böse Jungs. Na dann. Gehen wir wohl böse Jungs jagen.
Okay, I need to get up to the tall neck's head.
Das wollte ich nicht, die wollte eigentlich...
They're trying to capture the tall neck.
Marker mal weg. Hinten war ein Corruptor. Na schau, schon leichtet alles auf. Shit. Oh, von da hinten oben kann's klappen. Das heißt natürlich, dass der noch weg muss. Okay, da ist noch einer. What? Wie? Wer will da jetzt vorbeischießen können? Grundsätzlich Frühschicht. Und ich glaube auch nicht, dass sie irgendwie extra lang bleiben muss. Chef will morgen einen Lagerraum ausmisten, aber ich kann mir nicht vorstellen, dass er das irgendwie spät nachmittags machen will. Von dem her sollte das morgen recht flexibel zum Einteilen sein. Okay, so, wie komme ich da auf? Der andere war ja auch oben. Weiß nicht, ob das der angedachte Weg ist, aber it works.
Be able to jump onto the tall neck from here.
Ja, aber dafür muss der Tall Neck erst einmal herkommen. Der ist momentan noch ein bisschen weit weg. Die Fears von dem sind echt auch so cool gemacht.
Now I just have to reach its head.
All tall necks overridden. Das war schon der letzte. Ach, da kriegen alle in der Nähe voll viel Damage, oder was? Nachdem da die ganzen Kultisten tot sind und der schon so benannt war. Gut, dass ich das auch mitkriege, wenn ich den letzten dann mache. Sehr gerne morgen Abend, ja. Bei dir geht ab 5, dann werde ich auch schauen, dass ich es bis 5 schaffe. Aber ich denke, das sollte schon möglich sein. So, was hat der gute Korrupter da noch? So, war da jetzt noch irgendwas da hinten oben? War ja was mit Mesh, Override, Cultist Plans. Schauen wir da noch mal kurz auf, weil ich glaube, dann können wir weiterziehen.
Might need that.
Ja, okay. Override the Tornek. Ah, die Pläne der Kultisten seien Override the Tornek, oder was? Soll ich das so lesen? Probably. So. The Old Acquaintance. Was ist denn das für eine Quest? The awesome Aloy Jira seeks news about her husband when missing away to Hunter's Gathering. Nachdem sie im Grunde genommen am Weg liegt, warum nicht? Ich will sowieso dorthin für mein Vantage. Können wir das ja mitnehmen.
Rode right into that.
Ja, aber wir können ja einfach weiterreiten. Was ist denn das für ein Agroviech? Huh.
Here's the bridge Jira mentioned. Now to see if I can find his tracks.
Wen haben wir da?
Find help.
Easy now. What's your name? What happened?
Hackard. Find help for Pitchcliff. The Glindorks keep attacking. They'll kill my brother. Everyone.
Not if I have anything to say about it. No telling how many people pass this way. But this was a man with a cart, so...
Achso, in die Richtung soll ich. Na dann, gehen wir in die Richtung. Große Jungs da vorne.
Tracks. Well, that doesn't make any sense. What's around here? Someone's possessions. Gendert's? There's goods scattered everywhere. And a little blood, too. Either he fell, or... There's enough blood to worry me. No more blood. Must have had time to bind his wound. This chest looks like it's of Oseron making. At least he's easy to follow. I just hope he's okay. The scent reminds me of... Yes, Aaron's breath. That's Oseron brew.
Das sind diverse, gar nicht so kleine Viecher unterwegs. Da sitzt wer. Nimm mal den.
Am I glad to see you, stranger?
Are you Kendert? I'm a friend of Jira's.
Huh? I'm a husband of Jira's.
She heard you'd gone missing. I tracked you. What happened?
I was coming to join her. A sandstorm blew in, I sought shelter. It didn't work out. And here I am getting read as a Karja priest. My goods scattered in a herd of tramplers. There's only so much you can do to make me look less of an idiot. But could you get back my scrapper sap?
That would be the stuff down there with the herd of tramplers?
I'm not proud, I'm just a brewer, and maybe 5 bottles of that is worth more than I am to Jira.
Okay, ich schätze mal, wir werden uns da so einen Schnappen versuchen. Und dann schauen, was passiert. Ho, ho, ho. Irgendeiner davon ist mein Freund.
That'll help.
Damn. Ouch. So, ich glaube, dann können wir jetzt ja entspannt looten.
Back to your business.
So, ein Bottle fehlt noch.
World's going white.
Wo ist die Flasche? Das schaut gut aus.
Huntress. Thank you. Oseram's finest, this stuff. Keeps you warm in a snowstorm, strips the grit out of a gear wheel.
Kendert, why did you set out so unprepared?
Hammer to steel of the matter is, I did it for love. When Jira said she wanted to leave the claim, I consulted with the Ildermen. I won't repeat what they said. You won't like it.
You've got me curious.
No, I've already dug myself a hole deep enough to swallow a thunderjaw. It was my mistake not going with her. I've had time enough to see that. Maybe it's not too late.
You'll find her stocking up at Day Tower. Good luck.
Return to Jira. Werden wir dann noch machen, aber zuerst dahin. Okay, also wenn der Marker halbwegs akkurat ist, dann müssen wir da ganz schön ein Stück laufen. Bandits? Bandits.
These will keep.
Die Hoffnung war da. Aber ich glaube, ich muss den Weg nehmen. Befürchte, dass der Weg gleich durch irgendein Banditenlager führt, aber das werden wir eh sagen. Now I'm confused.
scrabbling a bit.
Hä? Da.
Stalkers, watchers. What are they doing all the way up here?
Destroyed. Aber das sind so eine Alarmanlagen-Dinger, diese roten. Das da hinten ist ein aktiver Stalker. Okay. Ist da noch einer? Jo. Da müssen wir wohl durch.
Okay, Aloy, now what?
Au. Jetzt müsst ihr rausgehen, denke ich. Ich glaube, der andere ist weit genug weg. Der ist weit genug weg. So war echt eine komische Area mit den Stalker und diese ganzen Alarmanlagen auch da. Hey.
Save these for the trail.
Aber gut, wir haben es überstanden. Unser Weg führt uns weiter rauf. Unser Heilbeutel ist auch mal wieder richtig gut befüllt.
Never know when I might need these.
Mhm.
The machines are territorial here. But what am I intruding on?
Okay, da drüben haben wir sogar ein Lagerfeuer. Was haben wir da? Glinthawks. Mal schauen, vielleicht kommen wir da halbwegs ungesehen vorbei. Da vorhin war noch ein Watcher. Okay, er kommt nicht bis da hinten her. Vielleicht kommt er her, weil er den anderen gesehen hat und das untersuchen will. Das wäre natürlich sein Tod. Das hat besser funktioniert als erwartet. Bisher. Ich habe das Gefühl, dass ich da falsch bin. Nimm alles. Cutscene? Warum?
I'm getting the feeling I've gone somewhere I shouldn't have. This time, there's worse than enough to disapprove.
Bleib doch da! Autsch!
Machine like that doing all the way up here.
Puh.
People like me away from something. If there's only one.
Großer Vogel. Stormbird.
chin itches.
Shitstorm Tour, Day 10. So here's where I learned how the world would end. My second apocalypse in a year. Looks like there's a lot of construction going on now. Why would that be?
Und leider der letzte Vantage. Heimer. I was surprised when FAS sent me out here, and not just because the meeting was going to be held in rear space. I was surprised to discover that anyone at FAS still knew I existed. When I returned to work after treatment, HR informed me I had been reassigned to the Vantage project. It was exactly the professional death sentence I was expecting. The career equivalent of getting sent into a red zone without an environment suit. Everyone knew Vantage was one of those doomed projects FAS kept around solely for the purpose of assigning dead-enders to them, especially head cases like me who couldn't be summarily fired for fear of parity litigation. Month by month, management would pile losers on a lost cause, then cancel a project and lay everyone off. A ship of fools sunk with a single torpedo. Ain't wrong for dismissal if it's downsizing. I had nothing better to do, so I spent my time studying the tech. Chip design wasn't my forte, but I knew enough to admire what the engineers had accomplished with the Eternity chip. Stored data was guaranteed to last 50,000 years or more without degradation. As for Vantage itself, the project was little more than a failed marketing plan. The idea was to promote the tech by burying unlocked Eternity chips at scenic locales around the world, public domain time capsules where enthusiasts could cache date-locked data. The project got as far as developing the Spikes portable drill applicators to sync the chips, then stored when Grass Hackle encapsulates came on the market and stole Eternity's thunder. Anyway, I'd been at Vantage 3 weeks when FAS unexpectedly sent me out here for a rear space meeting. Me, a dead ender working a doomed project dispatched to a high security FAS R&D site inside King's Peak. Didn't make sense. Security put me in a small conference room and told me to wait. It was downright claustrophobic, dim lights, bad ventilation, more like an interrogation room from one of those 90s cop vids. But what really got my attention was the noises coming through the walls, the non-stop bang and clatter of construction bots building something deep in the mountain, something big. The door opened and some doofs wearing fast badges fell in. I recognized one of them, Brad Andek, a military division replications engineer I met when I first joined the company, but I don't think he recognized me. He stayed at the back of the room the whole time, looking distraught. I was about to ask what the hell was going on when a woman wearing a hijab walked in. She didn't introduce herself, but she didn't have to. It was Samina Ebachi, former lead archivist of the Odyssey, architect of the entire Homer project. Not a global celebrity by any means, but if you grew up following the Odyssey project like I did, you knew her on sight. Ebachi sat down and started asking extremely precise questions about the upper range tolerances of Eternity chips. Then she asked me to speculate about the feasibility of various upgrade paths. The interview lasted maybe 10 minutes. Whereupon she thanked me for my time and left. Everyone else filed out after her. Security came for me a few minutes later and escorted me to my ward. The whole way back to FAS, I kept trying to figure out what had just happened. What was Samina Ebachi doing at classified Faro R&D site asking me questions about Eternity tech? Didn't add up. By the time I landed, I knew I wasn't going to give up until I'd puzzled it out. The worst that could happen was I got fired, and that was going to happen anyway. Took a couple days and some geo work, but I got fixed some bread and eggs soon enough. He was going to a different bar every night, drinking to the point of blacking out. I shadowed him until I managed to proxy his focus and dupe his net protocols. I didn't find anything strange in his financial records or media patterns. I was starting to think I'd wasted my time. Then I accessed his Dreambox account and found the journal he'd been keeping the past few weeks. It was all there. How the world would end. My first thought was, well, at least my ma didn't live to see this. My second thought was that nothing mattered anymore. Which made it pretty obvious that I should kill myself. Not ending on a high note. Der letzte Vantage, den ich aufmache, ist, ja, ich sollte mich einfach umbringen. Great. So viel dazu. Hab mich erfolgreich umgebracht. Goddammit. Ich würde jetzt gerne noch schnell da hinten aufschauen. Jetzt habe ich da extra diesen Riesenvogel gekillt. Und irgendwie frage ich mich, ist dieses ganze, du kämpfst die da auf, durch, unten hast diese Maschinen, die Eloy redet darüber, jo, scheinbar sollte nicht da sein, was ist da los? Nur wegen dem Vantage? Oder ist da mehr? Ist da vielleicht mehr, was erst später kommt? So Main-Story-mäßig? Hello. Hello. Okay. Da war einmal irgendwas Großes. Okay. That's it. Ich schätze, das muss fast irgendwas Questmäßiges sein. Also entweder ich bin gerade blind oder da ist jetzt aus. Und ich schätze, meine Vermutung ist, man muss da später noch einmal her und dann wird der Weg da freigeschalten. Außer ich übersiege gerade was und ich würde nicht checken, was ich gerade übersiege. Nö. Also ich sehe da jetzt keinen Weg weiter. Okay. Aber ich schätze, da werden wir definitiv später noch einmal her müssen. Jetzt geben wir noch schnell die Quest ab und dann ist leider schon wieder spät worden.
Really all you have? I've got all the best goods here.
Little Spark. Any sign of that man?
I found him, Jira. I think you two will have a lot to talk about.
I like a good story. And a good drink. It's why I'm good at what I do.
He's bringing you both. Kendrick wants to be with you. He regrets that he took the word of the Ealderman.
Women know their place in the claim, was their word. It's the Carja's son that bakes their brains and gives them such thoughts.
That's
the tribe. You can't bear a grudge. It'd make you go mad. My silly man. Little Spark, how can I thank you? There'll always be a drink for you at Hunter's Gathering.
Fine goods for a fair price. Only the finest goods here.
Generous Reward Box. Ach Gott. So, verkaufen, shoppen und dergleichen können wir nächstes Mal machen. Jetzt werden wir da noch speichern. Ja, und damit ist es leider soweit, dass der Ende des Abends gekommen ist. Aber es ist storymäßig, würde ich sagen, einiges weitergegangen. Also wir haben doch ein bisschen was über die Welt, in der wir da unterwegs sind, gelernt. Much Lore Drop, du sagst es. Und meine Monitore machen komische Dinge. What the hell? Ist meine Kamera jetzt am Frozen? Bei mir ist es. Nö, okay. Dann habe nur ich ein Anzeigeproblem, dann sei dem so. Ja. Grundsätzlich morgen Commander, Samstag frei, Sonntag Pathfinder. Also würde ich sagen Horizon am Montag weiter und wenn man am Sonntagabend langweilig ist und ich streamen will, streame ich irgendwas anderes, aber Horizon machen wir am Montag weiter. Und ja, sind zwar jetzt ein paar Tage Pause, da müssen wir durch, es hilft nichts. Aber ich wünsche euch schon mal eine gute Nacht und morgen einen guten Start ins Wochenende und man sieht sich dann spätestens Montag wieder. Ciao, ciao. Gute Nacht.